The greater minds of our world have experimented and are experimenting in the desire to grapple with all the facts that sustain the universe. No one knows if man will be permitted to enter into the mysterious realms of knowledge, but it is the duty of man to stretch his imagination afield and gather for himself as much information as it is naturally possible. Therefore, never rest with your limited knowledge of the world, but seek to find other knowledge with which you may be able to lift yourself far above that which has been attained or accomplished by man. As man before you discover many things, gravitation, the fixed positions of the stars, the regular movements of planets, you may in the search find out new truths upon which your race and civilization might climb to the highest pinnacle. Therefore, always carry an observant eye and an analytical mind. Always carry an observant eye and analytical mind. That's a tough one. You may suddenly stumble upon some truth for which your world is waiting. Doesn't matter who the person is. When he has discovered a truth for which mankind is in need of or searching for, he becomes a hero and an immortal. Ooh. Lesson 13, the universe. Marcus Garvey, message to the people. The course of an African philosophy. Deep. Peace, 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 peace. Rami Salam El, thank you for tapping in. I hope you're doing well on this beautiful day. Sunday here in California. It's very beautiful outside. Got back from the bookstore with my little ones, and I stumbled across this encyclopedia. 2441, just in case I lose a page. This big ass encyclopedia. I'm gonna look at that price tag. Oh wait, $9.99, half price books. The Random House Encyclopedia. It's a big dog right here. New revised, 3rd edition. The world's knowledge presented in 11,325 full color illustrations and 3 million words of text. It's a whole lot of information for $10. And I bought it just because it's cool to get some physical books in your house and encyclopedias, just in case the internet goes down. You can't just Wikipedia something, Google something, you know what I mean? But in particular, I like going to the section, where Moores is at and seeing what it says. And I saw something interesting. I wanted to read it to you. Moors, nomadic people of North Africa, of Berber and Arabic stock, early converts to Islam. The Moors crossed over to Spain and Portugal in 711 and very quickly conquered most of the peninsula. Now, this is something to point out that there actually wasn't Spain and Portugal at the time. Right. Abdul al-Rahman I, the last survivor of the Umayyad dynasty from Damascus, which is Syria, established the emirate, later caliphate of Cordoba in 756. That city and Toledo, Seville, and Granada became the great centers of Moorish commerce and culture. Generally hospitable to Jews and Christians, the Moorish rulers were great patrons of art and architecture, science, and philosophy. Throughout their rule, the Moors were systematically opposed by the Christian rulers of northern Spain, who gradually extended their power south. At the same time, dissension grew within the Moorish ranks. Come on now. Are you paying attention to what's being said? Read that sentence again. The Moors, throughout their rule, the Moors were systematically opposed by the Christian rulers of northern Spain, who gradually extended their power south. At the same time, dissension grew within the Moorish ranks. The puritanical Almoravids came across from North Africa in 1086 and conquered the more worldly Spanish Moors. They, in turn, were replaced by even more puritanical Almohads. By that time, Christian power was striking at the very heart of Moorish power. Toledo fell to the Christians in 1085, Cordoba in 1236, and Seville in 1248. By 1250, all of Portugal had been taken from the Moors. Only the Kingdom of Granada remained Moorish. It survived until 1492. What is important about that year? 1492. 1492. Is something about that year. One second. Do I got that book? I don't think I got that book over here. You got lucky today. 1492. Something about that year. We're going to get back to that. Only the Kingdom of Granada remained Moorish. It survived until 1492 when it fell to Ferdinand and Isabella. As Spain and Portugal became re-Christianized, most of the Moors were expelled. A few converted to Christianity, but they generally suffered from the Spanish Inquisition. Today, the populations of Algeria, Mauritania, Morocco, and Tunisia are basically Moorish stock. And just on, now I could get into further and all of that, but I don't have a little bit short on time. I got to get to my job, but I did want to share this with you. Arab civilization, translated from the German treatise of Joseph Hale. Name right there, S. Cool, let me see that right there. There we go, boom. This has some good information about history, and this is the thing that I realized when studying history, is that you can't just look for Moors and just expect all the history to be there. A simple analogy: if 500 years in the future, in the year 2500, you know what I mean? Basically 2500, boom. Year 2500, people are looking back on this history right now. If they just look up the history of Negroes, they won't get our full history. They will have to see blacks, African Americans, coloreds, people of color, melanated, black American, niggas, negus, African, the whole dime, to really get a full understanding. Likewise, when we look back into the past, we can't just look at Moors and think we'll get the full picture and the full perspective. That's why we got to look into Arab civilization, and then we also got to get, and I got this from the Muslim store, Islamic history, the rise and fall of Muslims, from the pious caliphs to Abbasid Spain and Mughal dynasties. Saeed Akbarat, I can't pronounce that, I apologize. I'm going to show it to you. Saeed Akbarabadi. Excuse me if I didn't get it all the way right. Just wanted to read something real quick. Boom. The Muslims ruled over Spain from 94 AH to 897 AH for a long period of 800 years. The year's a little bit different because it's in Muslim, but don't worry about that. Their exploits and contributions to the welfare of human society and human knowledge are unique and shall ever be remembered by the mankind. The details of their wonderful deeds and courageous contributions to civilization, culture, etiquette, morality, and human welfare are multitudinous and require volumes to describe. Famous Orientalist Professor Sadiv's narrative in his History of Muslim Spain may be reproduced to give some account of the achievements of Muslims. Back then, Moors were also called Muslims, or Arabs, or Saracens, Berbers. Let me give it to it. He wrote, "The Arabs were well versed in agriculture and commerce and know fully well the principles and practical details of these two important professions. Using their knowledge and expression, they changed the barren lands into flourishing fields and lifeless cities into blooming and prosperous towns. Using the principles of trade and commerce, they interjoined most of the cities into a network of habitation, one depending on another and one contributing to the prosperity of another. The result was the affluence and property reigned supreme in the occupying Spain, and the mutual rivalry and jealousy between the Arabs and the Berbers also disappeared." And a little bit further, the Arabs of Spain were far ahead of the European people in knowledge, skill, industry, etiquette, culture, and civilization. The European monarchs were impressed by their moral superiority, and gentleness. Due to their strict following of the teachings of the Holy Quran, the Muslims did not ban their criteria of advancement on color, race, or in pedigree, but on moral achievement and spiritual dignity. Even women were well versed in logic, medicine, syntax, algebra, physics, chemistry, and physical history. Their libraries were full of books, copied from books of ancient Greeks and the philosopher of Alexandria. Towards the end of the 10th century AD, the Roman Pope Gobert benefited from the Arab libraries and presented wonderful disciplines of knowledge to his co-religionists, so that out of wonder they began. I didn't even peep this. The Roman Pope, he benefited from the knowledge so much that he was presenting the knowledge to his co-religionists that they began to call him a wizard based on the knowledge of the Moors, aka our ancestors. My goodness. I'm gonna just leave it right there. The rise and fall of the Muslims. But I meant to say that book, this book here, connects back to what I read in the Encyclopedia, where it speaks about a group of Moors overtaking another group of Moors, and then another pure group of Moors overtaking them, and that's how it fell internally. And it really breaks it down on the groups and what was really happening internally, and it's a whole history and very detailed behind it. I'm not going to get into all that. My point is, we got to study, we got to read, we got to look for our history because it's there. We just got to put the pieces together and understand. And that's Sankofa. You should look that up. Sankofa. Yeah, and that's all for today. I hope you have a great day. If your day is not going so well, put some positive energy to you. Some love. Read about Noble Drew Ali. Got to do that. Check out the Quran, Circle 7. Check out the Holy Quran. It was brought by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Check out the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, Confucius, Buddha. Yeah. Peace.